Speaking to me now is world-class flyweight boxer Andrew Selby. Andrew, I believe you got some massive breaking news to tell the viewers.
Yeah, well, there's two things. Obviously, everyone should know by now I'm with MTK, signed up as an advisory deal. And the big news is I'm fighting in Dubai in 4 weeks tomorrow, and I cannot wait. I am in the best shape I've ever been in my life, and I can just see big things happening from now.
So how excited are you about this fight in Dubai? Obviously it's a new venture for MTK, taking boxing to places it hasn't really featured very often in the past.
I'm really excited. One of the guys who works with MTK, a big name, Tom Stalker, he's seen me on Team GB, he knows how well I can perform. And obviously my coach, Chapman, who's on Team GB with me, he's pushed me to my limits. He's getting the skills coming out of me now in the gym that haven't even come out in the ring in my whole career, so I'm very excited to show people.
Have you got an opponent yet for your fight in Dubai?
Yeah, I have an opponent. I can't remember his name, but he's from Thailand. He's had a few losses, but I know he's had 14 wins, and 13 of them wins are by KOs. So he's going to be a big hitter, and perfect for me because I just outbox him.
So is this the type of opponent you think you need? I mean, after your fight in Mexico, which obviously your first loss in your pro career, is this the type of tough fight you need to get back in the mix?
Yeah, of course. It's a similar fighter because I've watched this Thai guy. He's comes forward, hands up, very, very strong, tries to counter you with big hits. And obviously that's what the Mexican did. He was a big hitter. And so it's a similar style, and I know exactly what to do.
You mentioned Daniel Chapman, who was on the Team GB with you. You've been training with Daniel for the last 2-3 months or so. Can you just tell us how that came about?
Yeah, obviously after my fight in Mexico, I weren't interested in boxing no more. I went down a slope, and the next minute I was in my mate's house, and Daniel turned up at the door, shocked, basically dragged me by the ear and said, "You're coming to live with me." And I'm living in my steak now, and I want to say a big thank you to him. And look at me now, I'm in good shape.
So, I know from knowing Daniel for a while that you two were rivals in the GB squad together, competing for one spot for a while.
Yeah, at one point me and Daniel was at the same weight. We were on Team GB. We've been all over the world together, numerous tournaments, India and stuff like that. And then luckily Daniel moved up a weight, struggling, and the flyweight division was mine then.
What was it like training with Daniel and Team GB? I mean, Daniel's just sitting behind the camera there, so I'm sure he'll give his 10 pence worth later on. But what was the spars like? What was the training like together?
Yeah, training was wicked. When I used to spar Daniel would always come to knock you out. But obviously we're good mates who just laugh and stuff. But the competitive sparring was us against the English and the Scottish, and Daniel never held back. He was an awesome fighter. And yeah, I got many stories to tell about Daniel, but that's off camera. We had some good times, and it's great to be back with Daniel now, full-time training. We have our laughs, but when it gets down to business, it all happens.
So did you actually box Daniel at all competitively?
No, we never boxed. Thank God, didn't I, Dad? We spar now nearly every day, and he always look at my eye. But yeah, just great to work with.
Daniel himself has been out of glove boxing for quite a while. I mean, I know you just said Daniel helped you get back in boxing. Do you think you'll try and help Daniel get back into glove boxing as well?
Yeah, I always say to Daniel, get back into it. And he's so busy now with all of his boxing and training me, and he's happy, he's doing well. So if he comes back, I'd love it. But that's up to Daniel. Okay,
just going back to rewinding a bit, back to the fight in Mexico. I mean, in your own words, I mean, talk us through the build-up, the fight itself, and the result, and your thoughts on the whole event.
Just I don't, thinking back on it now, I didn't go to plan. I'd done 13 weeks training for it, and I thought I was in the top shape of my life until now I'm doing my training here. And I went out there, I didn't think anything of altitude. I went out there 4 days before. I just couldn't breathe from round one. There is such thing as altitude, and I'll never fight in Mexico ever again. And I think I needed to lose to get me focused on boxing, because everyone knows I hated boxing, and now I can actually say I like it, so flyweights better watch out.
Watching the fight online, you seem to win in the fight. I mean, watching on the Mexican with the Mexican commentary, you seem to win in the fight, and then you got caught with a body shot. I mean, for people who've never taken a body shot, just sort of describe that pain to us.
Body shots never ever hurt me, sparring in a fight, ever. Or if it wins you, then it's like a game of poker, you show them a poker face. But I come back from round one, and I said to my trainer at the time, Tony Burke, I said, look, I cannot breathe. It's like a vice squeezing in on my lungs. Then I remember round 5, I hit him with a combination, because he was swinging to the head. I put my hands up, and out of nowhere, just boom. And I was there, I thought, oh, whoa, now that's a body shot. I got up, even if the referee let it go on, I hold my hands up, he would have won, because I could not breathe at all. It's something else, altitude. And if I do fight a Mexican, I would like to fight him halfway in Vegas or something. Or go to Mexico like a month before and get used to the altitude.
I mean, were you shocked at the way the body punch hurt you? Because you, of course, people might forget you were the #1 flyweight in the world as an amateur, boxed all over the world, boxed the very best boxers in the world, with a lot of experience. Were you shocked at the pain?
I was shocked at it. And when the pain is just, everyone's been winded. It's just the worst I've ever had. I could not breathe. And it's just altitude, because from round 1, I was so fit. But there's nothing I could do about it. If anyone thinks I'm weak to the stomach, come and try it. Because you ain't dropping me with a body shot, I'd rather die. And just in Mexico. Don't ask me to fight in Mexico again.
I mean, the fight itself, do you think the problem was perhaps you should have been out there a little bit earlier? I mean, if you had a couple of weeks in Mexico, would that have made a difference, do you think?
Yeah, it would have made a difference. Well, round 5, he caught me. If I'd stayed out there a couple of weeks before, I would have been used to the altitude. So I remember training and making weight out there like 4 days before. I couldn't breathe off the pads, and I was like, this ain't right. But there's nothing else I can do about it. That's the past. Move on now and hopefully win a world title.
I mean, going into the fight, I mean, when the first bell went, I mean, were you confident, or was there doubts in your mind during the fight?
There was doubts all the way to it, to the build up to the fight, because I heard it's so hard to win in Mexico and all that. So, to be honest, my confidence was down before I got there, and I got told how much I was fighting for, so I needed the money as well at the time, so I just took it.
Is it the case that there was just a certain set of scenarios that sort of you had no choice but to take the fight, really?
Yeah, that's it. It was a world title final eliminator, and Senegal's lost the purse bid, so I had to do it, no matter what. Otherwise, I didn't get a chance at the world title.
You mentioned the Senegals there, who are your managers and promoters. What is the situation now with the Senegals? So obviously you mentioned that you're with MTK now. What is the scenario with your management?
I'm still with Senegals now until January, but I've been with them for 3 years, and I just want to get that world title fight. So I've done. Well, MTK asked me to sign them like 2 years ago, and I didn't. But I wish I did back then, like as an advisory deal. And they hopefully get me a world title fight. And now in January, my promoter and manager deal's up. I can chop around, and I can hopefully get big promoters or stay with MTK. Whoever gives me the best deal and guarantees me a world title shot.
I know recently yourself and Daniel went to Marbella to train at the MTK gym. We all enjoyed watching your videos and your updates from yourself and Daniel. What's it like training out there? What's the setup? And I mean, how much has that helped you on your recovery, getting back into love with boxing or liking boxing again?
It was awesome. The weather, it was lovely out there. We had a lovely apartment, great friendly people in the MTK gym, great sparring. We had our laughs and stuff, but when it comes down to business, we train so hard, we knuckle down. And it just made me into a happy place, because before then I weren't too happy, and now I'm happy, I'm enjoying training, and I can't wait to go back out there again.
What was it like training with world champion Billy Joe Saunders and all the other characters, some of your former GB teammates as well?
Yeah, it's wicked. Billy Joe, when I was on Team GB, when I was first on, it was back 2008. He did some stuff to me, which I won't say on here. Private message me if you want to know. But what a guy! He's a more talented fighter. He was asking when I'm fighting next and saying I should fight for the world title very soon. And look how good he is at boxing, and to be training with them just shows how class act we are.
So obviously the world title is your aim. You're a world class fighter. How far off a world title shot do you think you are?
I think if I fight today for the world title, I'll win it. That's how confident I am now. I've never been a confident boxer before. But Daniel, he's been speaking to me, he's trying to get a confidence out of me, and it's building up every day. So, 1, 2 or 3 fights, little fights, like obviously tough opponents. After January, I want a big world title fight. Even if it's European title fight, if J.Harris still got a big Welsh showdown, I want them all. You
mentioned there you're not a confident person, which is very surprising, because when people actually watch you box in the ring, you're amazing. The way you just, I've been ringside for some of your fights, quite a lot of your pro fights, and the way you just avoid punches by literally, it seems millimetres, and you seem so cocky, so sure of yourself. Yeah. And yet, listening to you say that you're not a confident person, how much is mental strength, how important is that in boxing?
It's very important. Because I've done a lot of studying, and you've got to be confident, and you've got to believe you're going to win. I've never believed I know I can win, but I've never believed in myself, and Daniel's bringing that out of me. So even if I do sound cocky, I don't mean to be cocky, but it's about time I tell people how good I really am, and it's all coming out soon. It's all coming out.
And has Daniel helped bring that out, that side of yourself out, and raise your self-confidence levels, if you like?
Yeah, most definitely. If you'd interviewed me 3 months ago, I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk. He's got me happy inside boxing and outside boxing, and they say happy fight is dangerous, and especially if you ain't got anything to lose.
You mentioned J.Harris there, another world-class Welsh flyweight. I know he's boxed Daniel, your trainer, a few times. Jay's had a really good run. He's European champion. And Commonwealth champion. There was rumours a while back, there was actually a date floating around online that yourself and Jay were going to fight, and you're both MTK fighters now, so a lot of people thought that fight was going to happen. Why didn't that fight happen?
Yeah, we was meant to fight at 21st September for my British title, and apparently their side pulled out. I would have took the fight. I would have liked to warm up first, and then fight him, but if he wins against Paddy Barnes, they all know where I am, so I never duck any fighter. And if you want a big showdown in Wales, then let's get it on. So
that's definitely a fight you'd be interested in the future?
Yeah, but if a world title, if I got offered to fight Jay or someone for the world title, I'd take the world title first. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't say no to a world title. I've always wanted to. But the European title comes first, I take that.
And I suppose to be fair to Jay, he'd probably do the same. If the world title shot came up first, he'd take the world title shot. And obviously, I do believe he wants to fight you. He told me when I spoke to him the last time. He's fighting Paddy Barnes, MTK stablemate of yours. How do you see that fight going?
It's a tough fight for both. Jay boxed superb in his last fight, so we could win it. Paddy Barnes, he hasn't had the best run, but I've seen him in the amateur days, and he's awesome. All three of us are with MTK, so they could make the fight between the three of us. Whoever got our European title, it stays in MTK. So if their fight is for the European title and Commonwealth title, I want to fight the winner.
And have you sparred Jay in the past, or boxed him in the amateurs?
No, never. I've never been in a ring with Jay. I've sparred Paddy. Very tight guard, throws lots of combinations, a busy fighter. So him and Jay is going to be a real tough fight. But it's going to go Paddy Barnes' way a little bit because he's in Ireland and he got a massive fan base. So Jay will have to keep his head down, don't listen to the fans and just do what he thinks he can do.
Okay, just some general questions for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're a world-class flyweight, number one in the world at one point. Who's the best boxer you've shared the ring with, either sparring or in a competitive fight?
In a fight, would have to be Llomachenko. Sparring, some guy by here, my coach.
How much did Daniel pay you to say that?
Well, he almost broke my ribs the other day, so and I got a black eye, so. But yeah, he's faster than me, and I'm flyweight, and he's heavier than me, and I haven't seen many people faster than me, and he's faster than me, and he knows more about boxing than most boxers do.
Speaking of the Llomachenko spar, I mean the fight, what was it like fighting Llomachenko?
Well, he was faster than me as well. My claim to fame, it was in the World Championships. We were fighting for the medal. He obviously won gold, and he knocked out every opponent except for me. So that's my claim to fame. And I remember fighting him in the quarterfinals of the World Championships in Morocco. And he was just throwing a fast combination and he missed me, and I thought, yeah, I got you there, didn't I? He tapped his foot. I looked at his foot. What's he doing? Smack. Punched me. My head went flying. Then that's when I knew he was something special.
And what's the classic question for the fans? Like, to know who's the boxer that hit you the hardest?
The hardest.
And you can't keep on saying Daniel for all the answers. He's not gonna kick you out the gym now.
He holds back on me at the moment. I don't know who's hit me the hardest. One of my ex-girlfriends, probably.
Yeah, we'll cut that bit out. Of course, Andrew, you're a full-time professional athlete, and it's very important to have sponsors. So do you want to just give a shout out to the sponsors that have allowed you to train and have been supporting you over the years?
Yeah, well, like you say, it's great to have all these sponsors helping me out, because without them, I wouldn't be able to do my full-time training, because it's expensive and a lot of people don't know the behind scenes of boxing. So I'm going to give them a shout out now. So there's CW Decorating, and helped me out massively. We got the Dugout Cafe and My Steak, that they help me out with my nutrition, my foods every day. That's a massive thank you to them. And of course, Scaffolding, another reason why I'm up here with Daniel. They're close friends and they've helped me out and made me a part of their friendship as well. So that's massive. Ringside, they give me all my boxing equipment, my gloves, my sparring kit. They got the right equipment and looks after my hands if anyone got bad hands. I recommend Ringside massively, so they got wicked gloves. We got CBD, Clean Body Difference, and that is one of my biggest sponsors, because they help out with all my supplements, my vitamins, my protein for when I'm making, just everything. Too much to explain, and I don't even ache anymore, that's how good they are. And I got the Ice Cake Parlour just around the corner from here. They train in the gym as well. They help out massively. Just big thank you once again. We've got Sign Wrap Graphics. I haven't got the full kit on, but got my shorts on here. They help me out with my training, vest tops, hoodies, hats. There's a massive difference as well. Jazz Richards, the footballer from Cardiff, massively. He supports me every month to get back and forth to Barry. I can see my son, so that helps out massively. Thank you very much. We got Lisa Walker Tattoos from Barry. She's stuck by my side since day one. You can see a tattoo there of Muhammad Ali. She did that. She did all my tattoos, most of them. I've got LNC Flooring. It's a good mate of mine from Barry. He helped me through my worst. and threw my best, and he's still here today, so a big shout out to him. I'd also like to thank my main sponsor who's been there from day one, United Worldwide Logistics, by the Ruckleys. Without their help, again, I wouldn't be where I am now. So thank you very much. Another massive one, King House. I've been living up here now 4 times, so he helps me for that. And that's a massive thank you, because otherwise I would have to travel from Barry all the time. And so I'm here 4 times. Thank you very much.
You mentioned your son there. I mean, how much of a motivation is it to provide for him and be successful and inspirational for him?
Yeah, well, this is it now. I'm boxing to make money. A lot of people think boxers are rich just because they jump in the ring. I haven't had no money at the moment, and it's hard to provide. Do you know what I mean? And I know being a world champion and getting a lot of money would help out massively, because I'd want him to have everything I didn't have. And I got a lovely shirt being made now with crocodile skin and stuff, and that's another massive sponsor. He's doing my kit now. It's Queensby Designs. I can't wait for him to be made, so I would have shown you now. But yeah, I'm gonna win my fight in them, and I'm gonna get them framed, and they're going to my little boy.
So thanks for the chat, Andrew. It's good to see you in good form. Good to see you in good health. You're looking in great shape. I've watched you train here a few times in Daniel Chapman's boxing academy here in my stag, and you're looking really motivated and really fit and ready for action. Where would you like to see yourself 18 months down the line, realistically?
World champion, money in the bank, with a nice girlfriend. No, actually, no, they take your money. Single.
Okay, cheers, Andrew. All the best for the future, mate. It's good to talk to you, and good luck for the future, mate.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, Andrew. Brilliant. Awesome, mate.